Hi there, I'm just going to show you today how to put together the cute little SVG file for the my SVG hut. It's called the Christmas house and it is just gorgeous. So I've got all my pieces cut out. I've got my house, I've got the base, I have the roof, and I have the snow pieces to go on the roof, and I've actually put some glitter poster paint on the snow pieces just to make it a bit sparkly. So we'll have a look closer at that when I put it together. The first thing I will show you is putting the boxes together for the base and for the roof. So I'll just set the house aside for a second. Now we've got two roof pieces, and I've made one piece up already, and I have the pieces for that second roof piece here, and this is the base. So the construction is pretty much the same for both, so I shall start with the base. So first of all, you have four pieces. So you've got you've got four side pieces, and you have a top and a bottom, two rectangular pieces. Each of these side pieces has score marks in it that you need to fold like that, and I use a scoring tool or a bone folder tool to just make sure that the creases are really sharp, because if they're really sharp then they'll sit nicely in your constructed piece. So you do that to all four. Each one has a tab on the end of it. Just fold that in like so, and like so. First, to join the side pieces, we need to take a short one and a long one. So we're going to join these together, and I use Scotch quick dry adhesive, and I decant it into a small fine line applicator because it allows me to get a finer line of glue on. Just glue on the end of the tab and then line it up. Right next to the fold, making sure that these folds here are even as well. So I've got a long one and a short one, and I'm going to add this long one. Right, I have my sides of the base constructed now, and I'm going to add the rectangular piece onto the top. So I need to do it in one of two ways. You could put glue all around these four sides, which is fine, then put that there, but I am going to just add some glue to the longer side for a start. Just making sure I've got enough there to help it stick. And then I'm just going to attach the top to the side piece like this. It's a great way to actually get it straight onto your base, and then just turn it over and rub it down so that it's nice and stuck. So that then looks like a flap. And then you can add your glue. You can either put it on the rectangular piece or on the flaps. You actually close it up. So now I'm going to close it up. Just make sure that my sides are all nice and square. Just turn it over. I'm just going to use my bone folder to burnish it down. And there we go. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Put some glue onto the long side. And that's how to make the base. And the roof boxes are essentially the same, except that for the sides you have only two pieces. Just fold, burnish, fold and burnish, fold and burnish, and the same for the other part. There is a fold line in the middle of these pieces, so you only have to join the long piece to the short piece like that, and then the other piece like that. Right, so I've got my base piece put together, and I have my two roof pieces put together, so I'm just going to set those aside for a while I put together the house. Now there are several parts to the house. There are two rectangular pieces like this, and these are the base for the house and a liner for the house. So that's the base. This is the bay window, which goes like that, and I've put a little bit of sparkle around the windows just to resemble snow. Now for this piece here, there's this piece and two semicircles that have got score lines on the straight part and around the edge, the circle part of the edge. You need to fold those down and these ones down as well. There are two score lines down the side of the window. You need to fold those up rather than back, because they are going to attach to the outside of the house. I have cut a piece of acetate, but you could cut a piece of vellum, and that is to go behind the window. So I'll do that piece now, because I've already attached some double-sided tape to the inside, and I'm going to use that to attach the acetate to. So I've just used a very narrow tape here. It's about 1/8 of an inch, or 0.4 millimeters, 0.4 of a centimeters. And I'm just going to attach this, but hard to see because it's clear, just inside the fold lines on the wrong side of the window. And I'm just going to burnish that down. So I've got tape there, I've got tape there, and on the outside, just inside the fold lines here. There are 2 silhouette pieces, the children hanging stockings on the fireplace, and a tree with a rocking horse. These are going to go on the inside, as is this piece of vellum that has rays cut into it. That is going to go on the inside, so we'll put those aside for a moment. And we have the front and back of the house. This piece here with the window cut out is the front, and I have attached already the little window frames, and I've also put some vellum in behind there to pretend that that's a window, and I have done that also on the 2 sides of the house. Now you will notice that one has an L cut into the tab and the other one has an R cut onto the tab. That is to tell you which side of the house they go. So, and we have also a back piece, and it has a flap that opens down so that you can put a tea light candle in on the inside. Now I've attached a little tab here that's got a magnet in it, and then on the back of this piece here I've attached a magnet and just attached a piece of the actual paper over top of the magnet, and that provides a little magnetic closure so that when you open it, put your tea light candle in and it will just stay closed. That's not in the design, but it's quite a useful addition to the design. So let's put the let's start by attaching the window here, and I'm going to attach it with the biggest part down. So that's going to attach to here. But before I attach this part to the front of the house, I need to attach these semicircular parts to here. So the easiest way to do that is to just line it up without any glue or anything like that. Just line it up and just see how it's going to fit. So these tabs here fit into just in beside the fold on the inside of the fold line on each end, and then the rest of it will attach very nicely to the window. So now we're going to attach the semicircular pieces, and I'm going to use some double-sided tape along the inside of my window frame to attach that. So I'll just put the tape on the edges here, and just taking the tape up between the 2 fold lines, and it's always a good idea to burnish your tape really well so that when you take it off it's easy to remove it. I'll just do one at a time. So I'm going to now place my semicircular piece to the fold line, just there, so that it meets the edge, and then I'm going to do the other side the same way. And then from the center, just push it together so that it meets. Now on another house I did use glue, and that works as well, but I did find it a little bit messy. And it works with tape just as well. So I'm just pressing it from both sides, from the inside and from the outside, just pressing it together, and right, I've attached the top and bottom now, and I'm now going to attach it to the front. I'm going to glue it. Glue on the outside. And on the top and bottom. And that's going to down and turn it over, and then just on the inside just press the walls together like that. So I've got my front piece done. Now I'm just going to attach my side walls. So this is my right one, it's going to go there, and my left here. So I'll just good idea to put your glue fairly close to the fold line, so that when you've got the walls attached, they're going to glue right up to the fold and not have any pieces that are gaping. My right piece and my left piece. It's a wee bit hard to see the fold lines on here, but they are there. And I'm matching up the fold lines on the bottom of the walls as well, so that when I join it to the base, it's going to sit nice and flat. So that's the front and the side walls, and then you're going to attach the back piece, which is the piece with the flap that folds down to the side walls in exactly the same way. Right, I've now closed up my house, and I have 4 walls joined together. There is a flap on the bottom, which we're now going to attach to the base of the house. So this is the base, and I'm going to use my glue, and I'm going to do it exactly the same way as I did with the boxes, and I'm going to just do one of the long sides first. Just to make sure that I get that one on really straight. Okay, line it up with the edge, the fold line. It is a wee bit tricky because you can't put it down on the pointy end, so you need to be quite careful. So instead of putting the glue on the flaps, I'm going to put the glue on the base, just around the edge. Like this. And then I'm going to fold this down onto the base. And then now you've got another base piece, this exactly the same, and I'm going to just put this on the inside so that it actually covers up your tabs. Gives you a nice clean look on the inside. Right, before we put the roof on, we've got 3 more pieces that we need to put inside. We've got the silhouettes of the rocking horse and the Christmas tree, the silhouettes of the fireplace and the boy and girl hanging up their Christmas stocking, and the vellum piece that's got the rays cut into it. So the first thing we're going to put in is the rocking horse and Christmas tree silhouette. And I've put some double-sided tape on the tabs at the end. There's score lines to fold. I'm going to fold the score lines back like this. Take the tape off. And then I'm going to place this in the house in front of the window, and I'm going to put it right up against the front wall with the tabs going to the back. So that you can see the silhouette in the window. Now the second one, I'm putting the tabs forward, and I've put the double-sided tape on the back of the silhouette. And the reason I'm putting them forward is so that I can use the tabs to space the silhouettes so that you get a perception of depth in the scene through the window. So with the tabs facing forwards, pop this in, and then butt the tabs up against each other so that you've got approximately 3/4 of an inch or so between the two silhouettes. So you can see the distance between them. Now, with the vellum, I've folded the tabs backwards and I've put tape on the front, and I'm going to attach this immediately behind the second silhouette so that it doesn't show through the window on the side. So I've now placed my vellum in there behind that second silhouette. So now if you look through that front window, you can see the 3 layers that I've got there. Right, now it's time to put the roof on. So I need to just work out where my roof is going to go, and the points of the front and the back are where the roof will meet. 2 parts of the roof will meet together like that. So I need to work out how much room I need to have between the wall and the edge of the roof on the front and the back, and it's about 1/4 of an inch at the front and back. So I'm going to put some, just double check that with the, oh, it's a bit more than 1/4 of an inch, because if you, it's nearly 1/2 an inch, so I need to make a little mark on the roof at the front and back where it's going to meet, and do that for both sides, and then both ends as well. If you do it on the wall side, then you will get it nice and even in the middle. So I'm going to put my glue on here, put a little bit under there so that the wall piece will attach to the side of the front and the back. And on the and you're going to do exactly the same for both sides of the roof. So we'll just meet it up there, and let's come off. So I've now attached my roof pieces, and this is how my house has looked. I'm now going to add the roof parts, and let's put that to one side. Now here's my roof parts, well, it's actually the snow for the roof. So the front and the back, and the two pieces that fit over the top of the roof. Now one piece is longer and there is a fold, there's a score line on that. So, and I've put some double-sided tape on this piece here, and I'm just going to join it together at the fold line. And turn it over so I'm not rubbing the glitter off. And this piece here will now attach to the roof like this, so that it looks like snow on the roof. So I'll just glue that down. I'll put the glue on the roof. I'm not putting it right down to the bottom of each one because the snow doesn't necessarily overhang the roof. These V-shaped pieces then go on the front and the back, so I'll just put glue along there and along here, just on the edges of the piece, so that then they can attach to the front of the house. And here's our finished house with the tea light burning inside it. Not a real one, a battery operated one. And it just looks rather gorgeous. It's particularly good in the evenings when it's a bit darker and you can really see those silhouettes. Thank you for watching.